Hello, hello, my wonderful Mimi makers. It is yet again another Thursday, which means another day to go and look at some fantastic new arrivals in the Mimi store. Today is a little bit different because I have pre-recorded this video. I know, unfortunately, it is not alive. There were some scheduling conflicts on Thursday, but I didn't want you to miss out on this and the new arrivals and all of the beautiful things that I want to show you. So I hope this still works well for you. Grab a coffee, cup of tea, glass of water, stay hydrated, and just enjoy looking at all these pretties. You can still comment on this video either on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching it, and I promise I will read all the comments and I will answer all your questions after the fact. Just make sure to, I guess you'll have to be a little bit more specific what you're commenting on, because if you're just saying, does this come in other colors, I'm not going to know which part of the video you commented on. So, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. If you have any more questions that do not get answered this way, feel free to email us or call us, and we'll be able to help you. So lots of things you may have already sneak peeked, lots of things you may have already seen. So I am going to start with no, I'm not going to start with this because the fabric is all the way at the bottom of the of my pile. So I'm going to start with what's right over here with me, which is this collection of flannels that has just come in. I think this is probably one of the nicest flannels we've had to date. These are a quilting size flannel. I'm going to say they're shorter bolts, but you can still use them for garments. They're absolutely fantastic, beautifully printed. So this is the collection Winter in Bluebell by Lewis and Irene, and there's a whole bunch of prints in there, and they're going to be gorgeous for quilts, blankets, little shackets, little shirts. I really like this one. Let me hold this right side up. Where's the right side up? This way. If you look at this one closer, you'll see that there are animals hiding in this print. So there's some florals. It's a symmetric design. And then we have some foxes here. We have an owl here. And there are some bunnies here as well. So I think this is really beautifully executed. And the colors are absolutely gorgeous on this. So this is a red, almost like a berry red print with a sand background color. And then that same print is also available in this taupe or cappuccino color. So same idea. And I think there is one more. Let me find that. Oh. Just trying out the new setup today. All right, the last one is this frosty blue. It's like a gray, bluish gray background, and you can see it has like little white dots as well that look kind of like snowflakes, and a steel blue, almost teal print design. For all of these, there's also the a coordinate, which is the little speckles. So you can coordinate all of these together. But so this is the official coordinate for this one. And then there's also this one right here, which is the cappuccino speckles, which will go nicely with either of the other two. And these are not the only prints that are in this collection. I think I'm keeping the best for last here. The forest print is my absolute favorite. When I saw this print, I knew that I had to have this collection because this is my absolute favorite. I might make like a little button-up shirt for my kid, not real buttons, probably like, you know, the push buttons. That would be so cute to make a little flannel type shirt for him, for my little guy. He does forest school on Wednesday, so I think there's a theme here. So we have the forest animals in a winter scene forest. There's is it an owl? Yes, it is an owl, the rabbit, the fox, and a deer on this one as well. It's really nicely done. So this is the dark bluish gray. Then we have that same print on the light gray. Light gray. Looks a little bit more wintry. And then we have the the cappuccino taupe also in this design. Really, really beautiful. Also really nice for bibs or burp cloths, like all of the baby things. Little bed sheets, little dresses. We do have an apron here that Courtney made, and I forgot to bring it over here. I should take a picture of it. I keep stepping on something here. I apologize. So lots of things that you can make. Today, my hair, like what's happening here? Apologize for the puffy hair. I feel like it just went, as I went outside, it just got like some extra life to it. All right, then we have this collection, and now I forgot my scissors. Oh my goodness. The new setup is not working yet. Let me see if I have some scissors here. No scissors. Oh, Hisai. Let's see if my assistant can hear me. Hisai. No, she does not hear me. I thought that she could maybe bring me some scissors, but we'll have to make do. So this is a beautiful French terry from the Halloween collection that just came in and is really, really nice. So, oh no, she doesn't. I thought she heard me. All right, so this one is design number 1. This is a knit. I'm just going to show you here how nice and stretchy this is. And you know, French terries are never as stretchy as a jersey because of the way that they're made. But this is a French terry. It's going to be really, really nice for sweaters. There are some pictures in the listing of some sweaters that have been made out of these. So these are the Halloween bloody hands on white. And you can see they're actually quite large. So they are almost to size, life size. And then the same print is also available in the black and red for all of our Halloween fans. And this one is probably my personal favorite. It is not a licensed print, but it does remind me a whole lot of Wednesday. I mean, I'm pretty sure that is kind of intentional, but this is a really fun print. So you have all of the braids and the collar that are very distinct for this type of theme. Again, this is a nice and stretchy French terry. You can easily combine this with a nice black French terry and black ribbing. Next up, spiders. I think my kiddo has his little eyes on that because he loves spiders. Not sure how happy I am about that, but he does. So this is a black French terry with the red spiders all over it. Again, nice and stretchy. It is so strange not to do this live. I really miss it already, conversing with you. I'm like, why is there no comments? Because I'm recording it and I'm essentially talking to myself. So I really appreciate it if you are commenting so I can read all of the comments in the evening. All right, two more from this collection. There's the ghosts, and they are really eerie. I think they did a really good job in how they printed it, how they let this, like these ghost lines just kind of fade out back into black. And then there's these specks of the bright orange glow. It's really, really nice. Really well done. Not too spooky. So I feel like even some children might be excited to have this. And it's like a black blue background. And then last but not least, probably the most colorful of all of them. Oh no, there's going to be one more. I apologize. There is 2 more. But in the prints, this is the last one. So we have the pumpkins and the bats and some spiders, and they're all in neon rainbow colors. It's pretty fantastic. I do have to say this is the only bolt that I got because these things, they sold out like hotcakes from our suppliers. So once these are gone, they're gone. So if you have your eyes on them, definitely have some fast fingers on Friday. And then the last coordinate that we have for this, which I'm super excited about. Now let's see if we can do some unpacking together. Oh, they packed this well. They did pack it well. Let's see if my nails can get through this, my poor nails. So we have had this tool before. It's called Elsa. And we've had it in the brighter colors before, and this time we have got it in black. Doesn't have to be used for Halloween, but I guess they did make it or did bundle it as part of this collection. So this tool has holographic foil on top of it. It's little stars and diamond shapes and dots in a silver holo foil. And as you can see, this is actually a really soft tool. Let's see if it doesn't have stretch this way. Let's try the other way. Sometimes there's some mechanical, there you go. It has mechanical stretch this way just because of it's essentially a mesh structure, but the mesh does not stretch vertically, but it does, as you can see, stretch horizontally. So if you did an overlay on a sleeve or on a top or on a skirt with this, this would be really, really beautiful. So this was the last one in the lineup of the Halloween collection, and this is really, really gorgeous as well. All right, I promise now I am going to get to this beauty. So Betty here, our Betty, let's make her come closer, is wearing this beautiful design created by Hisai with the beautiful hoodie that Catherine created. Not sure about the style choice of wearing them together, but we'll let that one slide. So Betty here is wearing the this vest that I now forgot the pattern of, but I will include a link to the pattern, which is not affiliated with us, but the link to the pattern in this video so that you know where to get it. It's a German pattern. And yeah, so this is the new quilted nylon. It's an outerwear fabric, and there are 4 colors in this particular collection. It's called Fabrizio, and it has a metallic finishing on it. As you can see, it has this little bit of sheen to it. This one, she used the active wear separating zipper in Tahiti because it matches really well to this with this. And if you have not seen it yet, this has reflective piping, and I'm not sure that I can, let me see if I can show you this. If I put on the light on my, can you see that? Does that show up in the video? I'm not sure that it does, but oh, hold on. I know how it does. If I turn on my camera here, let's try this out. All right, let's see. Can you see my camera? Yes. Oh, now you can see it. You can see how all of this piping just lights up. It's like super reflective piping. She used it all around here and in the back, and it's absolutely beautiful. The piping that she used is actually a stretchy piping, which I will get to in a moment. And then she added some of our favorite trims to for the hoodie cords that she used. You can use any hoodie cord. You can also omit that, but she did put a eyelet grommet in here. And because of the fantastic interior, which is the Rebecca Rec jellyfish on cotton, so this is a woven fabric she used on the inside, she wanted to replicate that jelly-like look. So she used the stretch lace, the ruffle stretch lace edging, the pom-pom trim, and our tornado elastic to create this look. And then she added one of our cord ends, which you can also find in our trim section, a metallic cord end that she put the all 3 of them in. I think that's all I wanted to say about this. And I will just get to the trim first, and then I'll show you all the colorways of the fabric. So the trim, the elastic version of it, comes in 2 colors. So it looks a little bit like this. It's a piping. Where's the beginning of it? All right, it's a piping, and we cut it however long you need it. And as you can see, it does have some stretch to it. So even if you wanted to put it on a hoodie or any other knitwear fabric, this will be a great option. These have neon colors on the inside. So this one is neon pink on the inside and reflective on the outside. If you look at it closely, it has teeny tiny holes. Oh, I'm trying to get my camera to focus. So it has these teeny tiny holes on it, and then the pink shines through it just a little bit. So you can just see off the pink on the edge of this piping. And it also is available in a neon yellow. Again, this is the neon yellow stretchy piping. Neon yellow on the inside, and then with the perforation, you can see the neon shimmer through a little bit. You can also use just the plain piping. So this one, the plain reflective piping, is not stretchy, but on a jacket like this, which does not require the stretch on the seam since the fabric is not stretchy, you can use this one. So this is the plain cording. You can see it has a cord here. There's a cord inserted in here, and then this tape portion is what you sandwich into your seam allowance, and then when you fold it over, you just get the piping on the edge of your make. So those were the 3 pipings. And now I'm going to get through all of the colors that we have in this beautiful fabric Fabrizio and some other styles as well. All right, number 1 is the purple, the electric purple. We want to see the other ones. They're all the way at the bottom. Then we have this beautiful electric blue. So it's like a royal blue with a metallic finish. And on the inside, they're all black. They have a nice soft black nylon, so you don't need to line it if you don't want to, because it already comes pre-lined. And then on the in-between section, there is some polyester batting to keep you cozy warm. You could even add a layer of Sherpa on the inside if you wanted it even warmer, or a fleece, because it does get quite chilly in some parts of Canada, including Ottawa. Then we have this rosé. It's like a pink champagne type color with a metallic finish, and again, black on the inside. And then last but not least, from the Fabrizio collection, we have this ocean blue. So the ocean compared to the other blue, as you can see down here, this is more of a blue green. So it's like a bluish green. That's why I called it ocean. It's really hard to show in this light because it reflects off of the metallics when I show you this here. But rest assured, this is a really, really beautiful blue. And again, black on the inside. So I do have to also mention that this metallic coating makes it a little bit more tricky to sew, but not as in, well, more for feeding. So what we have used is a Teflon foot. Some of you might already have a Teflon foot. If you do, great. Definitely put that on when you're sewing this fabric so that you get it to slide on your machine. If you do not, this is something you might want to look into. So these two here, so either Teflon foot or the Teflon zipper foot are great options, which fit most of the baby locks, so the general purpose sewing machines, and also a lot of the brothers, potentially even another machine that you have at home, but we would have to confirm that. If you have a machine in the category G, this will definitely fit. G is, I want to say, the most common one, but it says A, B, D, G, H. So the regular Teflon foot, and then the Teflon zipper foot, which is great for the piping, to use that. There is also a Teflon foot for the sergers if you want to serge some of the pieces together, which you could also consider getting for yourself. All right, and then I have 3 more of the nylons, but they're more your traditional nylons. They just don't have that that coating on them, so they do have a different finish. Number 1 is the unicorn, which looks very similar to another unicorn we had a couple years back. This one is more pale, and as you can see, like it has some iridescence to it, and it changes the color depending on how the light hits it. It's a little bit more intense when I look at it than what I see in the camera here, because my camera doesn't like these fabrics. So the shimmer goes from green to gold to pink to purple is how shimmery this is. And then you have this beautiful quilting on it, which almost makes it look like a braid from further away. And it has a pale lilac lining to it. It's really, really gorgeous. So you can sew like this pattern, which I'm linking in the comments. does come in an adult and in a kid size. So if you wanted to make this in a kid size, this would be super cute for someone. Also, another thing you can make is mittens. We have the Mimi mittens by Jali that you could make with this. And what are they called? Arctic booties, which is also a pattern by Jali, which we also have in the store, would be super cute, maybe for the cottage or for little people that might not be walking it but sitting in a stroller. Those would be nice. Bunting bags would be absolutely adorable in this. All of the options here. All right, then this one is a fantastic one. So this one is black, but not just black. And I really tried hard to take a picture or video of it because it has little tiny dots printed on there. Oh, now you can see it. It almost looks like raindrops because they are, I don't think they're like reflective as in night reflective. Actually, let's try this. I didn't even try it yet. Let's see if they're actually reflective, or if it's just a shimmer. Let's check together. I can't tell. I can't tell just by looking at this. Let me see. I'm not sure. I'm 100% not sure whether they are night reflective, but they have like this beautiful, beautiful effect that almost look like raindrops. It's like a mirror effect on each of these tiny little dots. And it has a different quilting texture. So this is a diamond shape, and then it is black on the inside. And we have another super fun one, which is this one. And again, so hard to photograph and so much nicer in real life. It's this rainbow tie-dye, which comes out so much better like this. So you could make a full-on coat. For example, that coat that Catherine made with the bubbles in the soft gel the other day, you could totally make it out of this as well. This has, as I said, it has the tie-dye and the batting, and then on the inside it is a white nylon. You can also just use it as a lining. Let's say you make a boiled wool coat, and I know that people have done that in the past. You make a boiled wool coat, but you need something as a lining to be a little bit more slippery to get your body into the jacket. You could use this as a lining, and it's gonna look super gorgeous. It's gonna be really warm too. So this will be absolutely Canada winter approved. There's a couple of things. So these are the things that are coming this Friday, September 15th, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But there's a couple of other things that I really, really want to show you and tell you about. So I hope that you can bear with me and watch this part as well. Number one is that next week, September 23rd, on Saturday, the Mimi shop will actually be open. That's our Saturday open house for the month from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. 260 Terrence Matthews Crescent in Canada. So I hope you will make it. We also have more info of this on our website, and I'll put it in the newsletter, all of the shebangs. Then the next thing I wanted to tell you about is the Lana Grossa yarns that are coming soon. So unfortunately, so they were supposed to be here already. Unfortunately, they're having, there are some supply chain issues, and these things happen. But I did not want to hide this from you any longer, just so that you can maybe start planning and take a look at what's coming. I have a couple of samples here already, but believe me, these are not even all of the ones that are coming. We do have these displayed in our shop if you wanted to take a closer look. So here's a few. I'm just going to go through them a little bit so you can see what kind of textures. And I shouldn't have mirrored this so that you can actually read it. So this is Avio, which has a fluffy texture. So there's a single string at the center, and then it becomes really, really fluffy. And there's some great patterns for this one as well. And each of these are coming in a variety of colors. All of the yarns are from a quality mill in Italy and all mulesing free. Then we have the Spuma, which I really like because it's another one of these netting yarns. As you can see, like at the inside is like this netting, which really holds the little fluffy parts together. So this is the Spuma. Then we have Lala Berlin. Oh, my camera doesn't like it that it has to refocus. So we have Lala Berlin, which is a yarn of variegated thicknesses, and it is not a highly spun yarn. So it's one of those really, really fluffy ones, and it creates a really nice texture because your thickness of this yarn changes. And then we have silk hair, which is one of my favorites because it is a mohair yarn, but with a silk content. So it's not as scratchy, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. I think we have at least 15 colors or so coming. And I can also show you that that's going to be my first project because I got some, I got a delivery for myself so that I can start knitting up a sample for you. So nobody's surprised that I chose the hottest pink they have. And it's actually this one, this sweater that I'm going to be making and that you can look at in the shop. We will also have all of the Lana Grassa patterns because they do have lots of wonderful publications and amazing knitting patterns. So kids, adults, accessories, clothing, whatever it is that you like, we will have all of the patterns. You will be able to browse all of them at the shop, and we'll try and have all of them online for you as well so that you can see them and then just say, I want to make this in this color, and then we'll be able to put together a package for you with all of the things that you need. Next up, these ones. This one is the Cool Merino Big, which I really, really like. This is a merino wool. And again, it's not a netting yarn, but what they did is they took a thinner yarn and they kind of did an I-cord out of it. And it is available in solid colors and in the gradient colors. And even together, they'll look really, really amazing. Then we have the Bella, which I think is a great opportunity for those of you who cannot wear or stand animal hair. This is a yarn that looks like a mohair or a silk hair, but it's made from cotton. So the strands are not quite as long as some of the mohair because, again, cotton and not animal hair. But if you pull this apart a little bit, you can see that it has a similar texture. And when knitted up, you do get that same look. So I do like that they have some options for people who do not want to do the animal hairs. The silk hair is a great option for those who want the animal hair, but not the itch. And then the Bella will be a great option for those who want to do cotton yarns, as well as the Diversa. So the Diversa is also a cotton yarn that has a little bit of a heathering to it. And there is a great, great sweater. I have printed out the pattern picture here because I love it so much, where they take all of the colors of the Diversa, basically one skein each, and make this gradient sweater. And if you come to the shop, I'll be more than happy to show you. It's definitely on my to knit list. Then there's these fluff balls. Look at them. There's the Natural Alpaca Lungo, which is, again, one of those loftier yarns. And you can see how they're all different loftiness levels. And then we have the this Lala Berlin, which has specks of white and then the color in it. And again, I have samples, like sample pictures of what they look like knitted up for all of these, if you're interested to see how they look. Then we have this Lala Berlin in the color variations, and then there's the Alpaca Air and the Cara. I really, really like the Cara as well. Also a cotton yarn. Some fantastic patterns for those out there as well. And the last one that I'm going to show you, again, I kept the best for last, is this fluffy goodness. I think there's 8 colors of this coming. I have these 2 here to show you. And this is a super, super fluffy, now I need to look it up. I'm pretty sure it's a merino. What does it say? Oh, yeah, there you go. 100% merino, virgin merino wool. So this is only lightly spun, so not super twisted yarn with this hand dye effect. And they're really, really cool. So we have started knitting up this toque for you. It didn't get finished before this video, but I still wanted to show you this. So this is what it's gonna look like. And it's gonna be so warm. Look at that. It's gonna be such a cozy toque. So we have a whole bunch of colors of this, and there's going to be some, we'll have some perfect pattern recommendations for you. We have the needles in the shop for these, which are really big, which also means that the project's going to be finished really fast. So I just wanted to share that with you. And we're more than happy to show you some of the models that you could plan for your fall knits. And yeah, I think, oh, one more before, like I have, see, I put everything here so that I wouldn't forget. One more thing is the new Altair 2 has just arrived. So we have the new machine at the shop, which is a new and updated version of the Altair, which is a great machine. It is a sewing and embroidery machine with a really large embroidery field. Hisai may have just taken one of those home as well, and she's super excited. And I might be taking one of those home too, because I've been dying to have a combination machine at home for sewing and embroidery. It's a beautiful machine. If you're interested in this one, come and see us, talk to us, and we'll be able to help you figure out if that is the right machine for you. So that was it for today. Make sure to comment all your comments, and then I will answer them as soon as I get a chance to read through all of them. Thank you so much for watching this, and we'll see you tomorrow, Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.